Another night out in Manhattan talking to zero men. Can someone explain to me a good way to have men organically come up to you in Manhattan? I feel like in a group of girls it's hard for them. I don't know. What am I gonna do?
Like, really? What do men think? Just because they're hot, over 6 feet tall, big, sexy, that we're just gonna go running to you whenever you call? Oh, come here, baby. I want to see you. Come over. What's wrong with you? Hold up. I'm on my way.
So I was celibate for 2 years, and then I met this guy, and we had like an instant connection. Like, it was actually really beautiful. We had sex, we hooked up. Mind you, I was celibate for 2 years, and I decided to have sex with this man. And then he ghosted me. So a week later, I get a phone call from him, and we're talking, catching up. And I asked him, I'm like, "Where are you?" He's like, "I'm in Miami." I'm like, "You're in Miami?" Mind you, I live in New York City. And he's like, "Yeah, I moved to Miami a week ago." I was like, "You moved to Miami a week ago?" He was like, "Yeah." And he turned his camera around and he was in Miami. He was out and there was a guy in the background that said, "Is that Natasha?" And he was like, "Yeah." And there was another guy that said, "Who's Natasha?" And the guy that I was talking to said, "My girlfriend." And then the other guy said, "Oh, that's Natasha. And he was like, "Yeah." And then he said to me, "Let me call you back in an hour." And I said, "Okay, cool." That was a year ago. Never called me back. Moral of the story is there are people that will like you, that will love you, that will adore you, but they can't change their character and they can't change their patterns. And if someone decides to leave your life, let them. Let them. Don't cry about it. Don't be mad about it. Don't be angry about it. Just let them go. Because someone that actually truly cares about you will never leave you. Not like that. And apparently I've met a few men like that. But I'm always happy when that happens to me because I never waste a lot of time on them. They enter and they exit.
Full-blown coping mechanism. This man, after 2 years of you holding out, got in that thing and did what he needed to do and split. And now you're talking about, oh, it's just a hookup. It didn't really mean anything. Yeah, you're on here talking about, why did he ghost me? It meant something.
Am I insane, or is it weird for your man to have a girl best friend? Not just like a girl best friend, like a girl best friend that demands access to him at all hours, or a girl best friend that sends him a photo of herself every once in a while asking if she looks okay, or a girl best friend that has to have one day a month where she gets to hang out with him, just her and him, nobody else. If I say that that's a problem, she throws her little temper tantrums. Don't get me wrong, I know that men and women can be platonic, but this is just too far for me. They have been friends for like ever since they were kids, and I get that, but it's still weird. Me, I'm getting vibes that she wants to be more than friends. The thing that I think really sent me over the edge is that she stole my spicy cubes out of my purse and asked my boyfriend to take them with her. Of course, he was like, "No, I don't feel comfortable doing that. Like, that's something that I do with my girlfriend, and that's just weird." She goes and throws her little temper tantrum again, and it's just like, "Oh, just do it. Everything has to revolve around your girlfriend and blah, blah, blah." So this man does it. He takes one with her. But then the urgency kicked in about 30 minutes, and he's like, "I gotta go now. I can't be here while I'm feeling this way." So he literally came straight to my house, told me everything that happened, and was like, "Okay, we need to put these spicy cubes to work because I don't have any more time." But I was mad. I was like upset. Like, you just took a spicy cube with her, and now you're here. What? Did come straight to my house and tell me the whole story in detail, but like, it still seems fishy. Where do I draw the line? Is it up to me to draw the line? Because I don't think it should be. I think that he needs to step in and say, you know, this is too far, this is too much, you need to chill out. But it's getting to the point where I think that I'm going to have to be the one to say something. Like I said, they've been friends for a very long time, and she actually had moved away for like 5 years, and she just came back for 3 months. And while she was gone, like they would text here and there, but it was nothing that like really weirded me out. But now that she's back, I swear it's been like hell. She's just going through stuff because she just moved back to her hometown and she didn't really want to. It was just for like some unforeseen circumstances, and it's messing with her head. But like, that's no reason to be acting that way. Apparently, she's the reason that his last girlfriend broke up with her, because she was just too much. Should I just say something to her and tell her that she like needs to back off, or am I being gaslit and there's more to this story?
I don't know, man. Maybe you're just insecure. Tell me you haven't dated a baddie without telling me you haven't dated a baddie. May the best woman win. I'm just joking.
I'm drunk, but I'm gonna do my best to tell this story. I like my bald, okay? It's a personal preference. I feel like it looks better. I feel better. Whatever. I notice, though, when I shave, I give in too easily. Like, damn, who want me, right? I also notice that even when I don't shave, I still give in because I have no self-control, except to do things I walk around with a bush, right? So the guy I liked at the time texts me and he's like, hey, you want to come over? I'm like, I'm not doing anything. I'll text you when I'm on the way. So I hop in the shower. Why are you hopping in the shower, bitch? We are already not off to a good start. I'm in the shower, I look down, I'm like, well, I can't shave because then I'm definitely giving in, but I can't not shave because I'll probably still give in, but he'll think I'll have a bush, right? So I shave half of it. Right down the middle. Grassland on one side, bald on the other. Dumbass. I'm like, my draws are staying on tonight. He ain't looking at this. So we're watching a movie. And we're watching a movie, and I'm like, ah, shit. Ah, shit. You not a changed woman, you a dumb one. He looks down, mortified as hell, I might add. He goes, what's this? I ain't ever seen anything like this before. What's going on? I get real defensive because I'm embarrassed. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm trying something new. Looks good. Other women do it too.
One of the reasons why I stopped being in like group chats and shit like that is that I noticed that it became like a thing for like mean girls. At first it was like a community where we all got up and like we would talk about mutual things together and like have laughs, and then we would get up, we would have game nights and have fun and shit like that. But then it became this thing where it was like bitches trying to be cute for like the niggas in the chat and just trying to be mean. Like they would get on the camera and then they would just be like talking about the person that they like found the weakest, or like they think that that person is pretty, so they want to try to like go back and forth with them, try to get them out of their character and shit like that. It just became a whole bunch of cattiness that I don't have time for. And 9 times out of 10 it would be bitches in a group chat that wouldn't even be in your same state, right? So why go back and forth with somebody that's not even in your same state, that don't even know you? I don't have time. I'm never gonna do that with you, because if you did know me for real, and if you was in my same state, you know that this hand right here will be across your face. What the fuck are we talking about? So it comes to this right here. You got to come to the realization that people are going to troll you. People are going to talk to you because they know that they can't get to you. Because if they did, they know that they wouldn't say a word to you. People will talk about you all day online, but in your face, nobody's ever going to say any of that to you. Because my give it up game is nasty. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? So yeah, I kept it cool and I eliminated myself from the equation because apparently I was the problem. Y'all keep it cute though.
Women are finally coming across the Kevin Samuels content that never went viral when he was really holding men accountable or just saying things that men don't necessarily agree with. And now you see questions online like, why isn't this going viral? Because men just take his advice or don't and leave it at that. You won't see think pieces on like Kevin Samuels was never for 50-50 marriages or whatever. He will tell you right now it's 100 and 0. If you don't do 50-50, you're not a real man and you don't lead correctly. I don't agree with that. But you see that there's never a video on me saying like, oh man, Kevin Samuels is the worst, whatever, for advice. I still think he gives out great advice. I just don't agree with that one piece of it. And I just kept it scrolling. When he says, how big are you to a girl or whatever? that didn't go, that goes viral because they're like, why are you fat shaming this woman? Or why blah, 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 or this woman does deserve a rich man, or whatever the fuck he was saying. Yeah, that would go viral because thousands of women would have something to talk about. Men didn't talk about it, except for that one clip where he asked that guy how big his, whatever it was when he was 5'10", 300 pounds or whatever. But we laughed at that. We agreed with him. We just happened to laugh at that. And women laughed at that too. So that went viral. But most of the time, we just accepted advice.
At what point someone's body count is too high?
Oh, for male or female, or does it matter?
Let's say for a female first.
I don't think it can ever be too high. I think there is a lot of males that feel like there's kind of, I don't know, they almost have a negative kind of view of women if their body count is higher, which is sad because obviously it's like the other way around has been more socially accepted. So I don't think a number is too high, as long as you're not like addicted to sex and it's like taking over. It's like taking over all of your life. Then it might be a problem, and maybe you have too many partners, and obviously you want safe.
What about 100? What about 100?
It's not too high, I don't think.
What about for a man?
Yeah, it's not too high. I think people should be open. Yeah, I think people should be more socially accepting of both men and women. Like a lot of people, as long as you're doing it safely and it's consensual.
Yeah, it's going to be a no for me, dog. Just the philosophy of some modern women is truly incredible.
Yo, next topic, where the black women are dunking on the black men. I'm setting that down. I'm not defending shit. I ain't gonna lie. Cause damn, yesterday was wearing me out. Yo, these ladies, I made a whole point. They said, your point, I want to go at you. Like, damn, bro, they be going at you on some real rude, nasty shit. I got some shit said to me in my DMs for no reason. I'm like, whoa, like, I didn't even draw. Like, she talking about something, bitch. I said, hold on now. Now you drawing, calling me a bitch and all that. Like, I ain't even saying nothing disrespectful. Like, some of these girls are too arrogant, too aggressive, too nasty to even interact with. If they want to say they point, they don't give a if you even make sense. They gonna go at you. So I'm setting the next one out. I'm sorry, niggas. Y'all on your own.
My husband gonna always be the head of my household. Let's be clear. I don't care who make what. Money don't make a head of a household. So for me and mine, that's what it is. If he say, we gonna sell this house that you got over here and we gonna live in this apartment, then that's what we gonna do. Because it's his vision that we going off of. It's not mine. A lot of times these women already have these established lifestyles. They can't even afford it. They can't afford it. That's why they're trying to move you into it. So you can help them. I think it's a terrible situation. I do. For a man, I think that's a terrible situation to move into something that a woman has already established and think that he's going to have the respect that he deserves. Mm-mm. My husband is going to have his own. I wouldn't care if it's an apartment. I wouldn't care if it was a trailer. I wouldn't care what it is. If I love him and that's who I want, that's where I'm at. Mm-hmm. And I don't care what Susan, Jane, Teresa, I don't care what they talking about. Like I'm gonna love my man. We gonna be good. Whatever I got, he got. Whatever he got, we got. Whatever we need, we got it. It's really that simple. Yep, it's really that simple.
This is day 1 of 21 days of dating in real life to see if I can find a match off the apps. Today I was feeling bold. I went to Beltline. I had a little sign that said, love on the line. Let's see if we have chemistry. The goal was someone would take a seat and we would have like a little mini date. It was such a nice day. There were a ton of people on the Beltline and it definitely caught people's attention, but like not what I was hoping for. I'm not gonna lie, I really wanted to leave after 5 minutes, but I was committed to the bit, so I toughed it out. After 10 years of dating on the apps, I really want to put myself out there instead of just swiping. Love is on the line! Didn't go on any dates, but I did meet Benny. She writes poetry for people on the Beltline, and we literally hit it off.
I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there.
I sang the Fresh Prince intro with another girl for her birthday challenge, and I met this super sweet couple. No dates, but I'm really happy that I met everyone that I did, and that's a win in my book. If you have suggestions, let me know where you think I should go next.
Somebody in the comments said, "You don't need a man that bad, sis." Another woman said, "Friend, don't do that again." Another woman said, "I walked past and I thought you were doing tarot card readings." What? What? Even though these women are hating on you, I commend you, man.
Be single and pay all your bills, or be in a relationship and go 50-50.
Be in a relationship 50-50.
Okay.
Be single and pay all my bills.
Why is that?
Because I don't want to depend on somebody else.
Huh?
I don't want to depend on somebody else.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, so I just have to say this. Can we stop acting like every man that approaches a woman and every woman that gets approached by a man is a victim when it comes to the gym? Like, we tend to forget that the gym is a social place. You see some of the same people every day. At some point in time, you might be attracted to them. Like, we forget that before social media became so popular as a way of dating, men would approach women in the streets that they found attractive. That's no different nowadays. It's not as prevalent as it used to be, but it still happens. So just because a man sees a woman in a gym and, hey, how are you? It doesn't mean that and I hate to see, I've been a trainer for like over 12 years. Gym is my second home, so I'm there every day, all the time. And I hate to see women, a man says, hey, how you doing? Ooh, I'm a victim. Like, can we stop all that foolishness? And half the time, if it's a man that you find attractive, you're not going to do that. But if it's a man that you don't find attractive, then it's, oh my gosh, he's talking to me. I can't work out. Like, stop the foolishness. I hate seeing this. The gym is a social place, just like every other place is a social place. You're going to speak to some people. You're going to see attractive people. You might want to see if you can talk to that person. It's okay. We're not talking about when it goes beyond just approaching. We're talking about the basic, hey, how you doing? My name is such and such. Are you available to talk, or can I get your number? That's what men used to do. Like, that's okay. That's how men should be approaching women, So stop with this narrative that if somebody approaches a woman in the gym, they're such a creeper, and then half the time, I'm a woman myself. I like to wear my shorts. I like to wear my sports bra. I like to be cute in the gym too. So why do we act like we're not going to be approached when we are cute? Like, you go to the gym to be seen sometimes. You have on your new gym outfit. Ooh, I'm going to be cute today. It is what it is, ladies. So stop acting like every man is up because he is speaking to you in a gym. Get over it and get over yourself a little bit. Like, stop. It's over it. I'm over it. Stop.
Some of these women are terrible communicators. They're socially awkward, and they don't fully understand and process how the world actually works.
Lord, I hope you don't see this, but I got a story for y'all, right? Okay, so I went to the bar the other night, and I be going there just to chill for a little bit, drink a little bit, talk to the bartenders, real chill vibe. So it was these group of dudes. It was like 3 dudes, right? And so they was sitting there, and I look up, and I was like, damn, he cute. But then I was like, nah, bitch, we healing. We ain't trying to talk to nobody now. But then the other side, I was like, but I don't know now, because he falling. So I looked at him, and then he seen me, see him, see me, see him, see me, right? So I look up, and he look at me, and I look at him, and I smiled, and I look down, because I was like, nah, bitch, don't even do it. And so then some type of way, we all spark up a conversation. The bartenders, the guys, me, we all just talking. And so I was like, all right, I'm about to go. So I started leaving. And then one of the guys was like, you too pretty to be by yourself. And I was like, but I am. So good night. And as I'm walking out the door, y'all, I get this burst of confidence, and I turn around and I say, hey, tell your homeboy he fine as I gotta chill. Because what the fuck?
So something crazy happened to me at the gym the other day. I was working out, and this guy comes up to me and he's like, you have great hair. Do you mind me asking what products you use? And I was like, swerve, no one asked me that, but I use Mane and Tail, which if you know, you know. And he was just like, okay, amazing. Sorry, I'm asking because I actually have my own hairline. Do you care if I take down your contact information? I'm like, no, absolutely not. I had no idea where he was going with this. And he's like, are you comfortable with email? And I was like, what a professional gentleman. This man sends me his products and they're like, it's like a legit company. So I'm excited to try them. I totally feel like an influencer. And I'm so sorry, David. I have like no followers, but I just thought what an amazing way to market your product and also approach a female at the gym, a 2-for-1. I mean, he wasn't interested in me in that way, but I was just like, kudos to you, David.
I just saw a video and I couldn't even finish it. A girl telling about her baby daddy and all of the things that he did to her. They met at the end of September. She's pregnant by October. He cheats on her and gives her by November. Honestly, I couldn't finish watching the video. A few more snippets that I got. He didn't have a car, a job, nothing. He had nothing to offer, yet she was willing to risk her life and bring a child into this world with a father who doesn't even have a job or a car. I just be wondering, like, where does the fucking logic come in? Where does the logic come in? Just by looking at her videos, doesn't seem like she's that well off or smart enough to be having a kid. And that's my problem. Go ahead and be stupid. Be dumb for any dude. But why do we continue to bring kids into this world knowing that there's no stability, no love, no relationship, no nothing? So we punish a child, bringing them into this world with the absent, deadbeat father. Why? Some accountability.
You know what really gets on my nerves? When y'all try to make somebody feel bad about wanting to be married. Like when y'all make lover girls feel like it's something wrong with them because they're always talking about finding love or finding their soulmate and their husband. Not only women, but men too, who are ready to find their wives. Y'all make me so sick talking about, oh, there's more to life than that. Okay, but what I need y'all to understand is everybody is not out here like in the mix. Everybody does not have 20 different friend groups and can just call anybody, and everybody's not clicking with everybody. Y'all be having multiple friend groups. Y'all be talking to 10 different men, 10 different women at the same time. Y'all out here living y'all's best lives, and that's why y'all not worried about settling down. But it's some people out here like myself, and I know that there are plenty others who really do be by themselves. Like, we are loners. We don't have 20 different people we can call. We don't have all these friendships. We don't have multiple girls that we can just call up sneaky links. We not on that type of time. We are not okay with sharing our souls with just random people for fun. And then if it doesn't work out, we're like, okay, on to the next. We not on that type of time. Like, we really out here by our lonesome, waiting for our person, waiting for our best friends. Like, a lot of us are introverts. I'm not opening up to multiple people. I'll never be the person with multiple friends who I can just call up when I'm bored. No. So when people are yearning to find their soulmate, it's because we're not opening up to these random people. And yes, it's lonely out here. Like, yes, I am ready to meet my person that I click with on a soul level and I can do life with for the rest of my life. Yes. Like, marriage is one of the most beautiful things ever. God tells you that in the Bible. You're not meant to be alone. You're meant to find your person and do life with your person. And especially like as you grow older and you just learn people for who they really are, it's like, nah, I'm cool. I will be by myself. I will do things on my own until God sends me my person.
But Kyle, I know you can count because you counted how many times you guys lost.
Okay, so this randomly came across my For You page and honestly took my breath away with its accuracy. Basically, it's a woman doing a spot-on impression of a high school teacher who openly flirts with the male athletes in her class. And it's thousands upon thousands of comments of people being like, this was my Spanish teacher, this was my history teacher, etc. And it can feel kind of reductionist to say that we as a society don't take this seriously when the woman is but at least in the case of my high school, that was extremely true. So like in my high school, it was a science teacher. She was in her mid-20s. She was very pretty. She was also like an athletic coach. And she was so notorious for not just flirting with, but with the male athletes that she liked, that they had basically created a little secret code phrase based on her name. And I won't say her name because I just don't want that drama, but it was based on her name. And if you with her, you made that little phrase your senior quote in the yearbook. This was like multiple boys every year were having this quote. Like she would have parties at her house for some of the students because I think like one of her younger siblings was like still at the school. She would like buy alcohol for some of the boys she liked. And I was a loser in high school. So if I was aware of all of the details of this, like literally everyone was. And it was completely a joke in our high school. Like we would be like, if there was like a really cute lacrosse player or something one year, we'd be like, oh, I'm sure he's going to have Miss X for biology. Anyway, it is truly mind-boggling how normalized and universal an experience this is. And like for as much as we make a big stink about like the occasional Mary Kay Letourneau story, it really does seem like as a society, we're pretty much okay with this. Bye.
For example, if I were to get married to a man, but if I was... Unfortunately, I still find men attractive, but we'll see how long that's going to last. But if I were to get married to a man, I would only be marrying a man who is putting land, properties, and assets in my name. Oh, sorry, what's funny? You know what, that's interesting that we're laughing about that, because it sounds ridiculous, right? The idea that a woman would want security when we know that men are unreliable. Not only are they unreliable, they are a woman's apex predator. That's right, the man you're laying with could kill you. And so when we are encouraging women to get married, we are encouraging women to step 1 inch closer to our death. Unless we are encouraging the women we are emboldening to get married to enter this decision with their best interest at heart. Yes, it is controversial to talk about money and assets and land and properties when discussing marriage, because we're taught to follow the distraction of love, romantic love. What about love? Well, this is all about love. The man who loves me will make sure that I am secure for the rest of my life. But unfortunately, most marriages are not structured or approached in that way. Women are taught to approach marriage from a place of leading with emotion. Again, that's to distract us. Because if we put our emotions aside and focus on the logic and the rationale and the reality of how will this benefit me, most women will not marry men. We will be in commune with each other and leave the men to fend for themselves.
I mean, I don't think any of that's going to matter if he takes you out of here. Like, property and money is not going to mean anything.
If you're a girl on the internet, then you've probably seen that meme where it says, let a man talk interrupted about himself and he'll swear he's in love with you. And like, while I think it's like, haha, like funny, true, like I actually don't think it's because men just like want a woman who will shut up or men don't care about women. I think it's actually because men lack real relationship and intimacy with like other human beings, because we all know that men just don't talk about really their feelings or like their day-to-day stuff with other men. And I think that a lot of men's perceptions of women is warped because of things like, you know, inappropriate videos and social media. So like when they see women, they don't really think of them as like nurturing human beings who will listen to them. They just kind of view them as objects. And I'm not even like trying to hate on men. Like I'm not a men hater, but I'm also like not a feminist, but I'm also not a male defender. I just feel like I see it like at face value. Like when a man is talking to a woman about something he enjoys or like his day or whatever, and he's like getting excited about it and has the space to open up about it, and then women, because we are women and we're really good at this, we're like, oh my gosh, like tell me more about that, or that's so exciting, or oh my gosh, I'm so like sorry about that. Men don't know what to do. This is a type of relationship that they've never really had a lot of, so they think, oh, I must be in love. It's like, no, this is just human love. This is just like relationship. It's not romantic. But I think men blur the line simply because they just don't experience it enough and they don't know. But that's just my opinion.
So I like what Chris said in the comments. It's like, this is true for most people. If you allow them to talk about themselves for 80% of the time, then they're naturally going to like you. And to add to Chris's point, I think there's actually a book about it called How to Win Friends and Influence People. I think that might be by Napoleon Hill or something like that. But of course, when modern women say stuff like that, they expect the world to stop.
When we break up with these men and we see them with new women, and it's like, you know what? She is more your speed, bruh. She really is. I know with my ex, when I see him with his new girl, I really was able to recognize that she is a better woman for him. Men need to be with a woman that they can lead, that they can feel like she respects them and stuff like that. And the man that he was in the relationship with me, I did not respect him in real life. He could have never led me. He wasn't intelligent enough to lead me. He didn't have his shit together enough to lead me. Someone can't lead you that you doing better than. What? So I'm not mad now that I see he had to go get women that he could lead, because everyone should feel validated in their relationship. And I could not do that for that man. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't fake and act like his plan was better than my plan. I couldn't fake and act like I could really trust him.
Successful in terms of money. A lot of y'all think that what y'all do is the only thing that people can do in the world. And apart from that, y'all are very uneducated in other parts of life. Y'all are not well-rounded, and y'all wonder why men don't want to be with you, because you have a one-track mind and you don't have much else to offer.
Females be so random and weird. Y'all, this random girl followed me on Instagram. Now, mind you, on all of my photos, I have heels on because that's mostly what I wear. She followed me, liked my photos, and then posted, I can switch it up too. You ain't the only one that can wear heels, and started posting pictures of herself in heels. I don't even know you. I unfollowed her so quick, because what?
Sometimes it be your own kind.
If I have a child by a nigga that I know who don't want the baby, and he offers to pay $2 million up front, baby, humbled real quick, cause and what? At this point, just literally getting rid of the baby faithfully because he got that money in his pocket so that he can have that fun without having to spend 18 years raising a son okay? Literally.
All right, I got a little PSA for my men out there. If you are on a dating app, can you please stop posting photos of you and your hotter friend, especially as the first photo? Like, you are already setting yourself up for failure right there. Like, you two, and then like he's on the left and you're hoping it's the guy on the left, disappointed because it's the guy on the right. I mean, if you're gonna post you and your hotter friend, you need to at least specify if that friend is also single. Cause I'll find him. I just need to know if he's single or not. Be declined on a follower request because he's got a wife or a girlfriend. Like, at least set me up for some kind of success. It's a common courtesy. Also, stop posting photos of you and like a bunch of hot women. Why do we want to see that? At this point, like, can we just bring the fish photos back? Guys, bring the fish photos back. I'd love to see the size of your fish.
Respectfully, we gonna ask that you do the same.
My question tonight is for the straight men. So, have you ever told a girl that you've been dating, hey, I really like you, there's a lot going on in my life, I can't really date right now, can we step back and be friends? With the intention of, like, when things start getting better, we're gonna try dating again. And actually meant it. I'm 100% certain I'm not the only girl that has this question. And I'm just asking for a friend, can you tell me so I can tell my friend?
Would I date a professional athlete considering the lifestyle and public scrutiny? I think for me, I would have to trust this man.
Imagine getting done dog dirty like Khloe Kardashian.
I think men are still men, whether he's on a basketball court or a football field or a corporate office. It really comes down to like the values of that man, the place he is in his life, what he's looking for, et cetera, et cetera. Because you can put a man who's really ready in that environment and he'll still be loyal to his woman and he still has a vision that he's trying to fulfill. And you can put a man who's not in a place in that kind of environment and it's a playground. Would I date one? It would depend on the man.
So I think the short answer is yes, I would. Yes, I would.
I just want to make sure I'm getting this right. Women are better suited to take care of children. But then also, if there's a divorce, men all of a sudden are better suited to take care of the kids.
When they're married, she's inside the structure of a man's home, protection, provision, security. When she steps out of that, she's no longer covered underneath the man, which makes it more difficult. When the kids go back to the man's house, typically there's structure, security, protection. It's not that hard to understand.
Okay, y'all, so I'm here at the gym. And I'm real tight with the gym staff. And one of the gym workers, he's an older man, he was telling me that he was married. Like he got in the military when he was 19. He's been married, since then. 2 different marriages. Anyway, so he told me maybe this was his second marriage. No, this has to be his first marriage. I don't know. However, he when he started dating the woman, he told her, give me a list of everything you need. Mind you, she had kids. He said, give me a list of everything you need, whether it's, money for the bills, be a provider, money for the groceries, you need the line, your yard mowed, whatever. Give me a list of everything you need from me as a man. Because they was dating. And he said the one thing he asked of her was sexual intercourse anytime he wanted it. So of course he said as the years went on and they're dating, they're married, it was good, and then obviously, it fell off. He said he had conversations with her about it. It would get better, then it would fall off again. He started cheating. And mind you, he's telling us the story, like, as I'm here at the gym. It's the gym. I wish I could show him. Like, I don't know if he at the front. He started cheating. And then eventually, you know, they got divorced. So I'm just like, just because she didn't want to give you no cats, like, just because that's your wife. And at the time of divorce, you know, they done had kids together at this point. He said, but you got to think, I asked her what is everything she need from me, and that woman gave me a laundry list of things that he did for her effortlessly. So he's telling me the story. And the one thing that he won't, what a lot of men won't, is, you know, kitty cat from his wife when he wanted it. She couldn't uphold uphold that. He got rid of her. I want y'all opinion. I want y'all opinion. He is now married again, and he in his 70s. His wife is 20 years younger. And actually, his family all came to the restaurant that I worked at. Beautiful family. So I don't think he took a loss at all. But I just want to know, what is y'all opinion on that?
A dude in the comments said, why would you discuss this matter with the world? Just because he shared it with you does not mean he wants everybody to know his business. Modern women don't care about that, bro.
Y'all told black men that they had to have money to holler at you. That's why they don't want to go to college. College is the long play. College is 4 years, then sometimes an additional 2 or 3, sometimes an additional 5 or 6, depending on what career field you choose. Y'all told black men they got to have money right now. So they're not thinking about 4, 5, 6 years down the road. They want to go make money now. And regardless of what some men will say, there are a lot of men out there in the world that do things to impress women. Women, y'all may not recognize the power that you have, but I am willing to bet my last dollar if we put more emphasis on being attracted to intelligence, being attracted to character, integrity, being attracted to commitment, determination, drive, I'm willing to bet they'll start going to college. I said what I said. Because if you stop and think about it, a lot of the things that we do is to impress the other sex. Now, I know y'all are going to say, I'm decentering men. I hear you. And men, I know you're going to say, I ain't worried about these. I get it. But we all want attention. A lot of us want to be validated. A lot of us want to be chose, be picked. And we will do the things to get us picked. So that might be why they're not going to college. Another idea is a lot of black men are being raised by single black mothers and they ain't got the money to support their sons through college. So how am I going to get into college when my mama can barely afford to feed me and my siblings? I don't feel like that's even an option. I don't have a lot of role models in my neighborhood that are showing me that I should go to college because they didn't go to college. And then if I do have an uncle, a daddy, or granddaddy that is in my life, sometimes they hit me with, oh boy, just go get a job because real men work. So y'all help me to understand why they would choose college. And now y'all are ragging on trade schools, talking about trades that give you a job. Excuse me? As a hairstylist myself, I make way more money as a hairstylist than a lot of y'all college graduates. And from what I hear, y'all are struggling to find jobs with those college degrees. So let's not poop on trades, please. Okay, thank you.
Okay, I have a hot take that could potentially be polarizing. I'm just going to say that. The hot take is that we've gone too far with women's gym clothing. Okay, I understand that women should be able to wear whatever they want. I do agree with that. They should be able to wear whatever they want, go wherever they want without fear of being ogled or followed or harassed, whatever. Okay, but I think we have gone too far. I also need to say that I believe 99% of those videos when the girl posts like a gym video and the guy's being creepy, 99% of the time the guy's being creepy. He is being a creep and he's being weird and she's just minding her own business, okay? But there's 1% of those videos where the girl will be like, oh, this guy's being so creepy, and then she'll show the fit. And the fit is like the most ass Fashion Nova mesh cutout see-through pH ruining fabric onesie where like she has a cutout like on her labia. Like, the labia is out, but somehow there's still a camel toe, and the camel toe is somehow so deep that she could literally, like, charge rent for it. Like, somebody could live in there. She could Airbnb that. And the butt is so scrunched up that it looks like it's cutting her in half hot dog style. Legitimately. And when she bends down, it like erodes away. It's like a river through a canyon. This woman is more naked than if she were just naked. It's like when you're wearing socks and you're naked. Like, that's Naked 2. The Streets. You know, that's the sequel to Naked. That's nakeder. And I get that maybe that makes her feel confident, but there is no way in any shape or form that improves your workout, because the whole time you're going to be like, oh, my outfit is literally creating a new hole.
Get ready with me for a third date, and I will say this one's a little controversial, but let me explain. This will be my third date with this guy. We have gone out to dinner twice now. The dates have been nice. I still feel like there's some kind of missing romantic feeling, but I'd like to see this through and kind of see where this could go. But the reason why this is controversial is because he invited me over to his place to cook dinner for me. Okay, here's the date 3 update. And I will say I am at a crossroads. So again, for some background, date 3, he invited me over to his place to cook for me. And I think that's a very nice gesture, where a lot of people were saying, oh, he wants to get in your pants, wine you and dine you. And I just want everybody to know, you were so wrong. I was trying to help him clean up, and he's like, no, sit down, like, relax, take it easy, which again, just really, really nice. You can tell that he was just really making sure that I was having a good time. Then he says, do you want to watch a movie? Which, that's where I'm like, oh my God, they were right. He's trying to Netflix and chill. Yep, here we go. Except we just watched the movie. So once the movie was over, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go now. So I walk out, he gives me a hug and a little peck or whatever. And, you know, I say, thanks so much. I had a lot of fun, yada, yada. But there were a couple things though that bother me. And one of them, this has happened on actually the last person I was going on dates with. Same thing happened where we would end our date, go our separate ways. And I always say, hey, text me when you get home. I want to make sure you make it home okay. He doesn't do that. And that really bothers me. Again, this is something I could easily talk to him about and like vocalize this, but I just feel like it's just common courtesy. You should know that you should care enough about the person making it home safe, especially if they're driving, like leaving your place or a restaurant that you guys were just at together. It drives me crazy. So now I'm really at this crossroads because I like him a lot as a person. He's really, really nice. I'm sure if I went on a couple more dates, maybe we would be more comfortable around each other and I could get that romantic spark. But I'm kind of also at the point where I'm like, I don't know if I want to have to work so hard towards this. I kind of feel like if you have a really good like connection with somebody, it's not that it's instant, sometimes it is, but I just feel like a different way.
You know, I'm sure you're a good person, but the continuous, well, I'm not sure, if I went on a few more dates with them, then I'm sure there would be a romantic spark. And all the while, he's just shelling out more money. He's shelling out more time. He's shelling out more energy. Like I said, I'm sure you're a nice person, but this is why a lot of men just walk away and they just quit.
Did you know there's an ongoing boycott of black women? Yeah, silently, there's a boycott of black women going on in the dating world. And we were not informed. There was no announcement made, but it's been happening for a hot minute now. What happened was, I was going through TikTok and I saw a video that had like clips of different black women from 3 different countries, the US, UK, and Canada. These women said they're exhausted, they're going to mixers and black men are not showing up. In a room of 100 women, for example, 3 men show up. And when 3 men show up, they do not want to talk to black women. They want to go mingle with non-black women. Now, black women are saying they're exhausted, they don't want to go anymore, they don't want to bother anymore, and they don't seem to know what the problem is. So I was like, nah, there has to be a disconnect. Tell me why I went in the comment section. That's why I found out about the boycott. Apparently, black men are sick and tired of how we treat them. I'm going to answer some of the comments. This is one of them, right? And it's like men across the board just decided they are over black women. I don't blame them, because in recent time, the way we are so quick to pick up our phones and bash the black man for his 9-to-5 job, he's not man enough, the way we represent black men, it's as if there's no good one amongst all of them. And the few times that black men do talk to black women, the first thing they ask is, do you have a car? Do you have, what kind of job do you have? How much are you getting paid? Do you have a house? It's like, we don't even see them as humans anymore. We just see them as something to check off our list. These men are tired of it. No one said not to have a good standard, but that unrealistic standard of, you have to be all these things in one person, which is why they start asking, what are we bringing to this table? What is it that we have to offer if they have to come up with this much? The craziest thing is that in the dating world, a lot of women, this amount of women are single, right? looking for love, looking to have their own, looking to be in a relationship with a particular man that has all these things, right? But the supply of the men these women are looking for is this little.
Isn't it funny how we keep on coming back to that question? I have to wonder what these women bring to the table. That's what men keep on asking.
Here's the reason why. Some of them are already married. They married their high school sweethearts. They married their best friend. They married what? They're married. Some of them were married but divorced. They don't want anything to do with marriage anymore. Some of them are not interested in women. Like, nada. Some of them already have kids. Men that marriage and a woman is not priority on their list. It's not top priority. They want to be successful and take care of their kids. Now, the men that have been heartbroken, healed, good men, they just want to have a family. The one that is left and have good jobs, all these things on our checklist is this little. So how will this much show up to meet this little? And now this little are saying, you guys are too much. You're giving off toxic energy. We did this to ourselves. The funny thing is, beneath all this strong feminism energy that we are given, we are the sweetest people, the kindest women. We are truly strong. We can be supportive if we want. But we have this heavy mask of, I've been hurt before. I don't want my past experience to happen again. Hence, we are bleeding on the people that did not hurt us. We are trying to be defensive to people that never fought with us. Now they're like, why are you treating me badly? What did I do to you? What did I ever do to you? Nothing. We have refused to heal from the past trauma. We have refused to let it go. And we are bringing all that baggage into the new men that we meet. These men are fighting silent battles that they know nothing about. And they're like, I can't seem to get across to this woman. It's because we are not in the same headspace. Black love is the most beautiful and the strongest love I have seen in all of my existence. Not just to hype the race. It's just there's something special about black love. What I don't understand is when a lot of factors in this environment is against us. We are in the middle of the battlefield, right? Instead of fighting other people that don't like black people, that don't like anything that we stand for, we are now fighting each other. Why are we attacking each other? Why are we pulling each other down? We have dramatic baby mamas, we have toxic baby daddies. How did we get here? I saw some comments, right? It was embarrassing because now they're saying, I thought you guys were the prize. How is 300 women showing up to meet men? Aren't you the prize? Aren't you the independent, strong black women? What do you want from us? That was embarrassing when I read that comment because I'm thinking, yeah, that's actually true. Now the few men that are available don't want nothing to do with black women. The feeling of not being wanted makes us even more angry. Make your standard realistic, okay? Mark down what is important. If what is important to you is peace, find peace. Everything else will come along. If what is important to you is money, look for it, people that only want you for what you look like. But you want money, you want peace, you want loyalty, you want all these things. And when they ask you, what do you have to offer me? You're saying, I'm bringing myself. What are you? Define yourself. Explain who you are. Then we become speechless. And then we say, oh, some men are egocentric. Why wouldn't they be egocentric? They've checked off all these things that makes them top tier. And when they say introduce yourself, we're not saying anything that is giving top tier. It's just like interview for a position you're not qualified for. Then you're angry you're not picked. If you see a man that has goals and aspiration, support him. Because the truth is, it is in very rare cases. A woman will build a man and then he'll marry someone else. It's in very, very rare cases. Not that it doesn't happen. It's very rare. Look at Kit Lee. That guy, we know he's going to ride with his wife because he keeps talking about when he had nothing, she was there. So these men are loyal to people that knew them when they were nothing. These are the factors that make the pool very, very small. Think about it. If you knew me when I was nothing, would I want to stay with you? If you ignored me when I was low, don't talk to me now that I'm high. I'm just a messenger.